Happy Friday. We got a big show for you today, including a Friday parlay. Let's go. What's going on, everyone? Welcome back in to another episode for Just a Bet Outside. I am your host, Steven, and we got a big show for you today. Friday, August 4th, 1 and 2 day yesterday. Should have been a winning day, but you know what? This week since Sunday, we are 8 and 6, up 2.08 units. It should have been more. So freaking close. But woulda, shoulda, coulda. Can't make excuses. That's baseball. I was told by my co host Ryan today to try to keep the intro short because we got a lot to get to. So I will do that for him. But before we get into it, like, subscribe, comment. You guys were much better on the likes. Thank you guys. I appreciate it. That's all we ask for. Smash the like. Keep commenting like you guys are doing. I have some people commenting every single day. I appreciate you guys. I see you. Now, in this video, good hitter matchups. Who's on fire? Good pitcher strikeout matchups. The pitcher report. I mean, we got it all. And we finish it with the best bets and that Friday parlay, baby. That's right. Let's end the week with a bang, and that starts with the bets recap page. There it is, Astros money line. They had 9 hits, the Yankees had 5, and they lost the game. You know what? Screw you, Astros. That's right. I'll get over it. The second bet I'm going to blame on myself. I got a little cute. Rangers minus 1.5. Well, they barely covered the 1.5, but they did it. And I think in the bottom of the eighth. And then I threw Seager 1+ hit on it because I didn't want to pay minus 125. I wanted plus 117. And it bit me in the ass because Seager decided to go 0 for 4. Thank you, Seager, for having one of your worst days of the season when I bet you. The last one, another hitter parlay, another win. I feel like I should just do hitter parlays all season. Jose Altuve, Cody Bellinger, 1+ hit each. Wasn't even a sweat for plus 100. Gotta love that. 1 and 2 day, down 1.08 units, up 0.95 units. We went the wrong way yesterday, but I feel a big Friday coming on. So let's get it started and jump into those good hitter matchups. All right, let's talk some bats. And we have 13 good hitter matchups for you, so you know what that means. Hit it, Ryan. There we go. 13 of them, baby. Look at all those. We got 3 Atlanta Braves up there. We got a couple Dodger hitters. Freddie Freeman with 3 bombs off of Darvish. If you go on the right side towards the end, you got Luis Robert of the White Sox. How about 5 for 9 with 2 doubles versus Logan Allen? Not too shabby at all. Other than that, yeah, we got some typical guys that are usually in here. Cody Bellinger, but he is going against Max Fried. That is just not an easy matchup. So we might dive into that a little bit more. But yeah, those are the 13 best matchups. Take a screenshot, get some more winners. Let me know when you hit a big parlay or big hitter parlay or whatever it is. So those are the best hitter matchups. And you know it's time, baby. Get those s'mores ready. Who's on fire? All right, let's talk some hot bats in the last 15 days. We used a minimum of 30 at bats, a 350 average or higher. If it's in the green, they are the league leader for anybody with 30 or more at bats. The rookie Ha-Seong Kim for the Padres. No clue if I said that right, but 435 average. That is impressive over a 2 week span. And then his teammate Juan Soto leading the league with 16 ribbies. Finally, the Padres hitters are living up to the hype. What a shocker. And then up there we got the Riley brothers, Riley Green and Austin Riley. Right, I just said Riley. I mean Austin Riley is leading the league with 7 bombs in the last 15 days. He has just been smacking the ball. It is pretty freaking impressive, like every other Braves player always does. Cody Bellinger, I would look at RBI props if I were you. Which, by the way, I did hit 3 of 5 RBI props in the Discord today with some nice winners there. So that was up a couple units there. Anyways, Cody Bellinger, 15 ribbies in 15 days. Also very impressive. Still hitting 351. But that's page one. Mike Tauchman of the Cubs. You see 3 Cubs on this first page. It did help that they scored a million runs in that Red Series. So that's probably part of it. But still, they've been on fire, including Yan Gomes kind of going under the radar for the Cubs. But that's page one. Let's go take a look at page two now. No league leaders on this page. They're all on the first one. And then we got Lars Nootbaar up there. That's a new one. Hitting 405 for the Cardinals. That was a nice little piece for them. Michael Harris, the 9 hitter for the Braves, continues to just dominate. I don't know how, but he does. He's a stud. He probably would be a leadoff hitter for every other team. And then you got Tristan Casas, who's been hitting the ball well for quite a while now. Ryan Mountcastle, 417 average in the last 15 days. But yeah, we got a lot of good hitters here. So use these 2 pages, use them all weekend long, get a ton of winners. And when you get a winner, let me know in the comments. I want to hear about it. I love it. Hit some parlays. Let's get some winners. So those are the hitters on fire for the last 15 days. And now it's time for the good pitcher strikeout matchups. It is time to talk some arms. Now, we have four good pitcher strikeout matchups for you. It starts with Mr. Logan Allen of the Guardians facing the White Sox, third highest strikeout percentage versus lefties in the last 30 days at a whopping 29.8%. Allen, 80 Ks in 80.1 innings. He has faced the White Sox his last start out, and he had 4 Ks, including 3 walks in that game. So, not a great performance. He could improve. Next one, Merrill Kelly against the Twins. We know about those Twinkies. Twinkies, highest K percentage versus righties in the last 30 days at 28.8%. Merrill Kelly, 109 strikeouts in 106 innings, and he just had 6 strikeouts versus the Mariners in his last start. I mentioned that because the Mariners and the Twins, as you know, are very similar. Next one, Luis Castillo against the Angels. Angels' second highest strikeout percentage versus righties in the last 30 days at 27.8%. Castillo, 149 Ks and 131.1 innings. He had 10 strikeouts versus the Angels when he first faced them on June 9th. The last one, if the Mariners are playing, you know where we're going. On the other side, Reed Detmers to the Angels against the Mariners. Mariners, fourth highest K percentage versus lefties in the last 30 days. Detmers, 127 strikeouts in 101.1 innings. He had 7 strikeouts against the Mariners back on April 4th, which was his first start of the year. So take that for what it is. That's a long time ago. But also against other top five high K rate teams in the last 30 days, he had 9 strikeouts versus the Pirates, 10 versus the White Sox, and 12 versus the Twins. So just wanted to throw that out there. Those are the best pitcher strikeout matchups. And now it's time, baby, for that pitcher report. All right, we have 14 matchups on the slate. I don't have any clue why we don't have 15 games like usual, but it is what it is. So at the top, Max Fried. He is back for the Braves. They're ace. They didn't even need him to be the best team in the majors, but thank goodness he is on my fantasy team and I need him. So he's back. Other than that, guys, it's not pretty. We got some crap on this page. Other than like James Paxton and Aaron Nola, it is crap on crap. I mean, we're talking Patrick Corbin, ugly. Jordan Lyles, the original Christmas tree himself. He is due for some positive regression, though. Luis Severino is awful. We will talk about that game later. And then Alek Manoah. He's not back, guys. He's just not. He struggles with his command, and he's just not very good. So it's a lot of crap on page one. As you can see, not a ton of high strikeout rates, just some high ERAs, high expected ERAs. Maybe time for some overs on Friday. Who doesn't love those? But that's page one. Let's move on to the last 7 matchups on page two. All right, we got some better matchups on the second page these last 7 games. Not a lot, but Castillo and Detmers isn't a bad one. Two guys that strike out a lot of hitters. So I think that's going to be a good game there in LA. But oh my goodness, Chris Flexen versus Adam Wainwright. That is going to have some runs, guys. Adam Wainwright is awful this year, only because he should retire. He is a stud. I'm not going to disrespect him, but this year he is not a pitcher right now. Chris Flexen, ex-Mariner, didn't even know he was on the Rockies, but he is awful as well, as you can tell. Look at those K percentages, 15.1 and 11.3. Holy cow, that's bad. Other than that, we got a decent little pitching matchup there in Minnesota. Bailey Ober keeps freaking pitching well, and I don't know how, but he is 3.49 expected ERA, a really low WHIP, above average K rate, and same with Merrill Kelly. Merrill Kelly has been really good on the road this year too. And then Jordan Montgomery making his Texas Ranger debut. We got two lefties in that game. That should be a fun little matchup to watch. And yeah, other than that, nothing too special. We got a nice big series this weekend between the Dodgers and the Padres. Dodgers are pretty much the Padres' daddy, but Padres are playing well, so we'll see what happens. Good little Bobby Miller, Yu Darvish matchup, pretty even on paper there. So, anyways, that's the second page. Those are the 14 matchups. Go get some winners and let me know when you do. So there we go. Now it's time, finally, for the best bets. Let the bets begin. Here we go. Game number one takes us out to the Bronx. We got the Astros at the Yankees. Astros money line minus 135. Yankees money line plus 114 with an over-under of 9 runs. Yes, I'm about to count on the Astros who just let us down yesterday. Here we go. Best bet. Astros team total over 4.5 runs at minus 125 on DraftKings. I gotta go. I gotta do it, guys. I'm sorry. I know it's hard to back a team that just blew it for you, but we gotta do it. Luis Severino is on the mound for the Yankees. 7.49 ERA, 13 hits per 9 innings, which is in the third percentile. I mean, he is like the easiest pitcher, starting pitcher, to get a hit off of in the entire major leagues right now. 27 earned runs given up in his last 21.2 innings. If you watch this guy pitch, he is struggling. He's rough. And those 27 earned runs in the last 21.2 innings, that is over 5 starts, his last 5 starts. How about 7+ earned runs in 3 of his last 5? 7. Why are they leaving him in so long? 7 earned runs in 3 of his last 5. Now the Astros offense. I know they only got 3 runs yesterday. I get that, but they had 9 hits. They literally out hit the Yankees 9-5, and they lost the game. But so I expect them to bounce back. They'll be fine. It's not like they were that terrible when you look back at it. They have the 5th best WRC plus versus righties since Jordan and Altuve have returned to the lineup. So they are a legit offense. They're back to being healthy and fully loaded. They get 9 guaranteed at bats at Yankee Stadium. I love the Astros. I think they could score 5 in the first 5 innings. Honestly, I almost went with over 2.5 in the first 5. You can do that too. I'm going to go 4.5, 9 guaranteed at bats. Come on, Astros, don't let me down. That is bet number 1. Now let's move on to our first hitter parlay. All right, we have been hitting these at a ridiculously high clip. Thank goodness, because we needed it. Here we go. Hitter parlay number 1: Jose Altuve and Ryan Mountcastle. 1+ hit each at -115 on FanDuel. Altuve, we're running it back. That's right. If you watch yesterday's video, you already know that he hit for us. He got it in the first at bat. I'm going to give you some stats in case you didn't hear it, but 1+ hit now in 6 of his 7 games since his return, hitting .317 versus righties this season. And guess who he's facing? Severino. I don't need to tell you how many hits he gives up. It's an absolute crap ton, that's for sure. The Astros are going to get a lot of hits, get a lot of runs. He's the leadoff hitter. 5+ at bats are coming for Jose Altuve. I like him to get 1 hit. Next one, we have not used this guy in a really long time. Ryan Mountcastle of the Baltimore Orioles, 1+ hit. 417 average in the last 15 days. As you saw in the Who's on Fire segment, he's on a roll. He's hitting .351 versus lefties. He is facing lefty David Peterson. Now, David Peterson has been a bullpen guy, throwing 1 to 2 innings. From everything I read, he is now in the starting rotation. It's supposed to be Max Scherzer pitching for them. Obviously, he is gone for the Mets. So I expect Peterson to throw more like 4 or 5 innings in this game, give Mountcastle a couple at bats versus him. And like I said, he crushes lefties. Peterson struggles, 11 hits per 9 innings. And this Mets bullpen behind him is nothing special at all. This team is tanking quickly. So, also, Mountcastle, 1+ hit in 10 of his last 11 games. So, I love it. I love it. I love it. And by the way, in his last 13 at bats, Mountcastle is 11 for 13. Hash brown, amazing. Seriously, that's incredible. So Jose Altuve, Ryan Mountcastle, 1+ hit each at -115. And you know what's better than 1 hitter parlay? 2. All right, I like a lot of hitters today, and I just had to include some more. So we got a second hitter parlay today. Here we go. It's a 3-legger. Matt McLain, Lars Nootbaar, and Alec Baum, 1+ hit each at +125. Start with Matt McLain. You know we love Mr. Matty McLain. 1+ hit, hitting .348 the last 7 days, hitting .353 versus lefties this year, and he gets the lefty Patrick Corbin. 11.2 hits given up per 9 innings, which is in the 7th percentile. That's right. Severino before was in the 3rd percentile. Patrick Corbin's in the 7th percentile. They give up a ton of hits. I think I could get a hit off him, maybe, in 100 at bats if I'm lucky. But that's Matty McLain, 1+ hit. Next one, Lars Fig Nootbaar, 1+ hit. He plays for the Cardinals. For those of you that do not know him, hitting .405 in the last 15 days, as you saw on the Who's on Fire segment. He hit .309 in July. He is heating up. If you look at his overall season stats, I know his average isn't crazy high for taking one of these, but he's on a roll now. He's moved into the leadoff spot. Maybe he's been there for a while. I don't know. I didn't think he was. I have to go back and check. So you Cardinals fans can correct me. But I do know he's hitting leadoff, and he is going up against the ex-Mariner Chris Flexen, giving up 12.4 hits per 9 innings, even more than Patrick Corbin. Guys, we are literally fading pitchers that give up a crap ton of hits. So give me Nootbaar, 1+ hit. The last one, Alec Baum, 1+ hit. He is hitting .458 in the last 7 days. That's almost 1 out of 2, by the way. Hash brown math. 1+ hit in 9 of his last 11 games. He is facing another buddy of ours, Jordan Lyles. Gotta love him. He has been a little better lately. I won't even mention the term I used to use for him, but 8.9 hits given up per 9 innings. He's actually the best pitcher out of all these in regards to giving up hits. So I like it. Bombs on fire. I think the Phillies are going to get some, are going to hit around the lineup quite a bit. Matt McLain, Fig Nootbaar, and Alec Baum. 1 plus hit each at plus 125. Now let's move on to the next bet. It is Friday parlay time, baby. That's right. Here we go. Remember, we hit 2 of the 3 legs last time and it missed by 1 run. It still hurts me. I can't sleep at night because of it. So we need to hit this one. Here we go. 3 legs. Orioles team total over 4.5. Reds money line and Reed Detmer 7 plus Ks. You get that for plus 320. Now let's talk about it because that's what I like to do. Talk baseball. Orioles team total over 4.5. They're facing David Peterson. We already went through this when we talked about Mount Castle. Um, he's in the bottom 16th percentile of starting pitchers in ERA, WHIP, hits per 9 innings, BABIP, which is batting average on balls in play, 391 average when balls are in play. That's crazy. So he is due for a little positive regression. But also, home runs per fly ball percentage. That's right. We go that deep. That's home runs allowed divided by fly balls allowed. Pretty much when the ball's hit in the air, it's almost a home run. Not quite that much, but he is struggling. Orioles top 10 offense versus lefties. I expect them to smack him around, smack this terrible Mets bullpen around. Mets team doesn't care. They've traded their good players, some of their good players, and ownership and all them. They're just done. This team is a mess. I expect the Orioles to score a ton of runs off this pitching staff. Give me the team total over 4.5. I also like minus 1.5 if you want to do that at plus money, or Orioles money line. So next one, Reds money line. They are going up against Patrick Corbin, 5.07 ERA, 1.53 WHIP, 15.5% K rate. He does not miss a lot of bats. Graham Ashcraft takes the mound for the Reds. He's been solid lately, guys. He struggled earlier this year. How about 2 earned runs or less in 6 straight starts? That's right. His last start, how about 6 innings, giving up 0 earned runs? Who is that against? Is that what you asked? Okay. To the Dodgers. That's right, to the Dodgers. Better starting pitcher, better lineup, obviously. The Reds have the 5th best batting average versus lefties and the better bullpen. I don't think the Reds bullpen is great, but they are better than the Nationals. So give me the Reds money line. Final leg, Reed Detmer 7 plus Ks. We talked about this one already, and it might be a little repeat, but he's faced some other teams that are in the top 5 of highest K percentage. He struck out, like I mentioned earlier, just repeating for those of you that skip right to the bets part. 9 to the Pirates, 10 strikeouts to the White Sox, and 12 to the Twins. Now I face the Mariners, who have the 4th highest K percentage versus lefties this season. I like Detmers to get 7 plus. He has a chance to maybe ladder it up to 9 or 10, as long as he doesn't completely lose his command. Now, that means I have to root for a pitcher against the Mariners, which sucks. Maybe the Mariners can hit some home runs and still strike out. We'll see. But that's my Friday parlay. Orioles team total over 4.5. Reds money line. Detmer 7 plus Ks plus 320. Wow, what a show. That was fun. Now, let's go to that bets recap page. Here we are. Astros team total over 4.5 at minus 125. Jose Altuve and Ryan Mountcastle 1 plus hit each at minus 115. And then we got the 3-legger hitter parlay. Matt McClain, Lars Nootbaar, and Alec Baum 1 plus hit each at plus 125. And we finish it off with the big one. Friday parlay, Orioles, Reds, Detmers. Let's make it happen. Let's have a huge day. I just feel a huge day coming on, guys. We got to stay positive. We got to get some winners. So let's end with a bang. Let's end with like 5-6 units up for the week. So thank you guys for all the support. I can't believe I get to do this every day. This is so much fun. It's all because of you guys' support. It's just awesome. It really is. Football season right around the corner, baby. That's right. The sports never stop. So I hope everyone has a great Friday and a great weekend. For those of you that are new to the channel, got to balance that family time because these videos take a while. So weekends are just for YouTube shorts. So be sure to stay tuned for those, and join that Discord because we'll be talking baseball all weekend still. So anyways, have a great weekend. We'll talk to you soon.